From the Health Science Desk of the Boston Globe, I'm Stephen Smith, and this is Be Well Boston. It is that time of year again when time is not on our side. Daylight savings time begins Sunday, March 13th, so they'll be changing the time on this clock here at the BU Medical Center, springing forward an hour, and that means we all lose an hour of sleep. Dr. Raj Krishnamurthy of BU and Boston Medical Center is here with her finger on the pulse of the time change. So there's increasing medical evidence to suggest that this shift in time really does have some health consequences, right?
Yes, so there was a study a couple years ago looking at patients, or looking at people over the last 20 years and looking at the incidence of heart attacks. And it was found in the week right after spring forward, daylight savings time, there was slight increased incidence of heart attacks. And in the week before, or the week, after the fall back, there was a slight decrease in heart attacks. And then the idea is that maybe because we get an hour less of sleep in the spring and an hour more of sleep in the fall, that was causing the slightly increased incidence of heart attacks.
So as we think about the time change coming upon us, what can we do in the couple of days before we change our clocks to prepare for it?
So a lot of this is thought to be due to the sleep deprivation that we all live in this country. And that one of the ideas is that by maintaining our regular sleep cycle, like getting a full 8 hours of sleep every night, that helps prevent kind of a almost mini jet lag that happens. Irritability, not really attending, and also maybe a little bit of the cortisol or bad humors and bad inflammation that goes on when that loss of sleep happens.
And so on the night of the actual change, should we make sure we keep the same amount of sleep? I mean, how do you sort of navigate that?
I think the idea is to keep up a consistent number of hours of sleep, and especially during daylight savings time. Usually on the weekends, people get a little less sleep anyway, so it's important to try to, in the days preceding that weekend of the change, to try to get the full 8 hours of sleep. Be good to yourself, and maybe on Monday morning sleep in an additional hour if you can.
All right, give my boss a call and let him know that. Dr. Raj Krishnamurthy of BU and Boston Medical Center, thank you. And for the latest health news, stay with boston.com/health and the Daily Dose blog at boston.com/dailydose.